Hey, everybody, and welcome to Manifestation Mondays with Marcy. I'm Marcy Newman, your host, also known as the Heart Shift Coach, and we are here at episode number 39. And I want to talk today about the rhythm of your manifestations and how to make certain that you are not singing the blues. So, one of the things I think that happens very often when it comes to deliberate manifestation, and note that I said deliberate, is that it seems to take more time than what we would like it to. And this happens to everybody. I want you to know that unless you have actually perfected instantaneous manifestation, that this will happen to you at some time, if it hasn't happened to you a zillion times already, just as it has with me. And so, it's so easy for us to get impatient. We want everything to happen immediately. We have this need for instant gratification. And I get it. I totally get it. But what happens very often is that we lose our rhythm. You see, there's an actual rhythm to manifestation. And the rhythm is that the energy that is utilized by the universe to support your manifestation goes out from within you in waves. Now, if your waves, are consistent, they are filled with all of the emotion that is necessary to fuel them and to keep that momentum going, the consistency alone will help you to manifest faster. In addition, there, of course, are things that you can do to accelerate that, and we've spoken about those in the past. But one of the things, of course, is to make certain that you are giving it the proper nutrition, you might say, but not overfeeding it. And I know that this gets confusing because I think early on when we were all, first introduced to these concepts, very often you may have been told to keep all of your focus on that one thing that you wanted to manifest. And the truth of the matter is that if you keep your focus on that one thing that you want to manifest, you are going to eventually lose your rhythm because that is just not possible, is it? It's not possible because we live in a world where we are constantly exchanging energy with other things, other people, situations, all of that. And so we have to know that the consistency that's required is not in keeping focused just on that one thing, but in keeping consistency so that the rhythm that you are sending this energy out in, those waves are consistent, meaning that you keep them filled with as many high vibes as possible. So what I was saying is this impatience, that we often have because it's not happening as fast as we want it to, is what messes up the rhythm of those waves. And so, very often, and I'm certain that you've experienced this because I know that I have, and that is that these waves actually start to get a little stormy besides. And that frustration starts to take you over the edge. You might even start to feel desperate if this is something that you were counting on, like having a certain amount of money fall into your lap to help you pay the rent or a bill or even put food on the table. So desperation is one of those things where you can bet that the rhythm that you need is going to be messed up. That's all there is to it. Desperation and manifestation do not go together. Desperation actually blocks it, so that the energy of desperation comes purely from fear. So how can you manifest something that you want that's better than what you have now, or will better your life, if it's coming from this place of fear? So when we're talking about your rhythm of manifestation, the most important thing for you to recognize is that you are not feeding it with fear, because you are creating your own block to it coming to fruition. Fear is this corrosive, erosive energy, not just to your sense of self, but to whatever it is that you are creating. Fear can only create more fear or something to be feared, because the universe is going to respond to that energy and send it right back to you. And so then, let's face it, I mean, chaos is going to ensue, right? Because it's going to further complicate what you're working on and further create this chaos because you have conflicting energies. So just sort of visualize for a moment an ocean, and it's got a great rhythm going, right? The waves are rolling in and the ebb and the flow is perfect. And it's just this lovely, lovely day. And all of a sudden, these winds of change come around, and they are lifting the water up and plunging it back down again, and up and down and up and down, until you have this churning of the water, and debris from the bottom of the ocean is going to rise up. And now all of the waves, right, are carrying not only the water, but they're carrying the debris. And when that starts to happen, you can bet that what you will experience will not even be close to what you had in mind or what your heart was yearning for. So we need to watch the rhythm of the waves. You know, what kind of outside influences are coming in? Are there huge winds? Are there, other things that are landing in the water? Is there anything that's causing that water to churn up and to pull debris up to the surface and expect these waves to carry the debris and also deliver you to shore safely? Not going to happen. So this rhythm is so important. So the more that you can get into the rhythm of your heart's desires, without there being anxiety, without there being pressure, without there being frustration, without there being this sense of urgency, what can happen is that this natural rhythm will simply just send those waves of desire out into the universe, and it will be returned to you in exactly the way that you sent it. The other thing I want you to keep in mind is that there's often a gap as what you are looking to manifest or your heart is desiring and it coming into manifestation, as the energy frequencies are aligning in order to produce that and create that, co-create that with you. So whenever you are sending out energy frequency, the universe needs to match it. Sometimes it's reverse. Sometimes you've sent this out, you had been feeding the energy perfectly, been perfectly aligned, and then you lose your rhythm. And you're the one that must come back to that energy that has the potential to create what you want to experience. So regardless of where this intrusion comes from, I just want you to know that if you keep your patience and just get back into rhythm, feeding the energy, letting yourself live life, just keeping your own energy free, and of course, into this realm where you have access to all of those possibilities. So this is a great exercise for you. I want you to know that if there has been anything that has prevented you in the past from actualizing what it is that you want in your life, the number one thing to really foster the energy that you really want to tap into is that energy of patience, to make certain that you are not singing the blues. Nope. Manifestation really calls for unification. You are aligning with the energy that has the capacity to create what you want to experience. And sometimes that takes time. We think we know what it is, and we think we're in alignment, but very often that's when we're thinking and not feeling. So, of course, I'm going to invite you to begin this manifestation period with really honing in on how you're feeling and discerning whether that energy is going to bring back to you what it is that you want to experience in your life, and you deserve to. So with that, of course, I want to leave an affirmation with you, and that is this. I am. I'm an incredible creator. I am patient. I am kind. I am attentive. I am trusting that the universe will meet me wherever I am. I am the creator of all that is in my life and the life I desire to create. Kind of a long one, but the energy of it is exactly what you need to stay in rhythm and, of course, to bring that manifestation home. So with that, I'll see you again next week right here, Manifestation Mondays with Marcy. I look forward to it. I love doing these videos for you. If you have resonated with this information, if it has touched you, made sense to you, if you just liked it, just please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And please help me to build this channel by sharing my videos. And of course, leave your comments. Let's be in a discussion so that we are generating the energy of manifestation at all times. What a great rhythm that has. Would you agree? See you soon.